I'm just videotaping, buddy. Oh, do you want me to take a picture?
Yeah.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. I want to spend my life with you. Me say, sing, baby, since we've been together. Ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together. Loving you weather times are good or bad, happy or sad. Ooh, yeah. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Why people break up? Oh, and turn around and make.
Please be seated. Good evening, friends, family, and wedding crashers. On behalf of Shannon, Denise, and their family, I welcome you here today. This wedding will represent a mix of backgrounds and cultures and the blending of the lives that Shannon and Denise have created together. We have a few traditions from Shannon's Jewish heritage that we will incorporate into the wedding vows and ceremony. These are small but meaningful customs, and they represent thousands of years of family, tradition, and love. So heads up to all the non-Jews. We will shortly be getting all Hebrew up in here. Judaism is not only a religion, it is a culture. And at the heart of the culture is the center of the family. We are all gathered in this beautiful place today to witness a commitment between Shannon and Denise as they create their new family. By being here today, all of you are promising to always love and support Denise and Shannon throughout their marriage. You are promising to be a wonderfully loud, devoted, messy, extended family. You promise to share in their joys and help carry their burdens. You promise to attend all of their parties when they celebrate a happiness. You will drink too many cocktails. You will laugh too loudly at every celebration, and you will swear to dance drunkenly with jubilance. But you will also promise to be a pillar of support when they cannot support themselves. You will bring them soup when they're sick, and you will hold them when their sadness is too heavy to carry. You will promise to be the kind, quiet love that is needed when they are grieving a terrible loss. Because that is what family does, and by being here today, you are all now family. May we, this family, always be lovely, devoted, fierce, and kind. May we always be as good to each other as we are today, and may we love each other always. Shannon is one of my dearest friends, and it's because she is fantastically loyal. She is devoted and kind, and she has a dedication that is rarely seen in these days. When she fell for Denise, she fell hard because Shannon loves so deeply and so fully that when she fell in love with Denise, I knew, and we all knew, there was no one she would ever love as much again. When it came time to propose, Denise, in all of her practical nonchalance, announced, never proposed to me at a baseball game on a jumbotron, never asked me to be your wife, violins, or balloons, or fireworks, or any sort of nonsense. Just ask me at the grocery store. Denise has no patience for nonsense or shenanigans, and she is entirely immune to bullshit. Because only acts of real, true love will sway her. So Shannon bought a gorgeous ring and hid it in her pocket and took Denise to the romantic location of Trader Joe's to buy groceries. And as Denise pushed the cart down the aisle, Shannon dropped to one knee in the frozen food aisle and announced, I want you to push my grocery cart for the rest of my life. And Denise, with her back to Shannon, didn't care. And continued shopping for frozen peas or french fries or whatever, and didn't respond, so Shannon had to yell in the middle of Trader Joe's, will you marry me? To which, of course, Denise finally turned around and responded, yes. It is in this sweet, everyday piece of life, in the common daily occurrences, that I find Shannon and Denise. There is no pretense to their love, no grand, floppy proclamations, and no big, showy actions. They simply love each other deeply and purely in the real, messy space of everyday life. And that is because they have a real, true love. Real love and devotion is rare, and it is hard to come by. One of the sweetest stories of love in Judaism is in the book of Ruth, in the Old Testament, also called the Tanakh, as it is known in Hebrew. Ruth was a non-Jew. She was a fierce, brave woman, and she married into a Jewish family headed by the matriarch Naomi. When Naomi found herself and all of her children abandoned in the desert, she sent everyone away and said, go back to your own home, there is nothing here for you. But Ruth refused to go because she was staunch and devoted, and she made a promise to her new family, and she would not leave Naomi's side. At a time of immense adversity, when faced with an opportunity to turn back and run away, Ruth responds, where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me ever so severely, if death should even separate you and me. For this very brave act of utter defiance, Ruth is considered the first convert to Judaism, because she converted to a new faith and a new family solely out of love. In the face of adversity, Ruth refuses to leave, and only the bravest women, those with spines of steel and hearts of gold, are allowed to be compared to Ruth. But Denise, our lovely, brave, gorgeous Denise, for your devotion to Shannon and your love of your family, for your steadfast loyalty, we welcome you into the tribe of brave Jewish women in the height of my love. Now, Shannon and Denise, please read the vows that you have pledged to each other as a way of declaring your love for each other and for your family. Shannon?
These are long. I also didn't memorize anything. So. Denise, I'm in awe of you every day and feel so privileged to stand next to you in front of our friends and family. Thankful doesn't begin to describe how great it is to be able to laugh with you, cry with you, and be so proud to love you. As I take you as my wife, I also know that my family grows too. Carlos, Jesse, and Gilbert, I want you to know that I love your mother with all my heart. She's the best person I've ever met. And just like Darla said about Alfalfa on the Little Rascals, she makes me melt like a popsicle on the 4th of July. I want to thank you for sharing her love with me, and in return, all the love I have for her will also be shared with you. Today's a big day for us as a family, marking years of learning and growth, and promises that will always be kept. I promise to always be fair, be honest, and available for you guys, and in due time to earn your love, respect, and true friendship. I'll always be here and cherish my life with all of you, and promise to love and support you in every step you guys take in your lives. Go Giants! Now a few things for you. I promise to always choose you and to honor you in our lives every single day. I promise to always guilt you into wearing a Baltimore Ravens shirt on game day.
Yeah.
I promise to maintain a life full of adventure and surprise and keep you asking, how did you do that? I promise to not spend all of our money on Amazon.com. I promise to value our differences as much as our common ground and understand that compromise is actually a 6-lane freeway, not a 2-way street. I don't know how or when, but one day I promise to learn how to fold the fitted sheet and not just roll it up in a ball and stick it in the closet. But most of all, I promise to love you with everything I have, under any circumstance, through still and through storm. I'm the luckiest person alive to be able to spend the rest of my life with you, and I can't wait to grow old.
Sorry.
I love you, Shannon. You're more than my best friend. You're the one I want to wake up to every day. You're the one I want to come home to every night. The thought of seeing you smile for the rest of my life soothes my soul and warms my heart. And more than you ever have, complete. There's so many reasons why I love you. One is for how much you love my boys. You have opened your heart to them from the very beginning, and watching you spend time with them, nurturing them and reassuring them, lets me know that you're choosing the right one to bring into their lives. I promise to support you, to love you, and to be there for you for everything. We have so much ahead of us, and I couldn't be happier for you by my side. I love you.
What happens at mantra stays at mantra.
Shannon, please give the ring you have chosen to Denise. And repeat after me the first verse from Song of Solomon, while placing her name on her forehead. I am my beloved's, and my beloved's is mine.
I am my beloved's, and my beloved's is mine.
I, Shannon, take you, Denise, to be my wife.
I, Shannon, take you, Denise, to be my wife.
I promise to love you all the days of my life.
I promise to love you all the days of my life.
I promise to love you in times of joy and times of sorrow.
I promise to love you in times of joy and in times of sorrow.
I promise to love you today and tomorrow.
I promise to love you today and tomorrow.
May our happiness be exponential and our sadness inconsequential.
May our happiness be exponential and our sadness be inconsequential.
From this day forward, we will never be apart.
From this day forward, we'll never be apart.
Because I will carry you in my heart.
Because I will carry you in my heart.
Denise, please give the ring you have chosen to Shannon. And repeat after me the first verse from Song of Solomon. I am my beloved's, and my beloved's is mine.
I am my beloved's, and my beloved's is mine.
I, Denise, take you, Shannon, to be my wife.
I, Denise, take you, Shannon, to be my wife.
I promise to love you all the days of my life.
I promise to love you all the days of my life.
I promise to love you in times of joy and times of sorrow.
I promise to love you in times of joy and times of sorrow.
I promise to love you today and tomorrow.
I promise to love you today and tomorrow.
May our happiness be exponential and our sadness inconsequential.
May our happiness be exponential and our sadness be inconsequential.
From this day forward, we will never be apart.
From this day forward, we will never be apart.
Because I will carry you in my heart.
Because I will carry you in my heart.
By the power vested in me by the greatest state of Nevada and the greatest mensch to ever live, Michael Carus, I now pronounce you each other's forever. Now, our final Jewish tradition, and the very best one, is the breaking of the glass. This is done to symbolize the fragility of marriage and to remind you to always treat each other and your marriage with the utmost care. It's also a symbol of your old life, and by breaking it, you are breaking all of your old bonds and you are starting your life anew with each other. As soon as Shannon breaks the glass, Jewish tradition compels that we scream Mazel Tov at the top of our lungs in congratulations.
You guys ready?
It is my greatest joy and my deepest honor to present to you Mrs. and Mrs. Carus. Please kiss your beautiful wife.